Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and today we've got a narrated battle video, but instead of doing like a Smogon singles battle, we're going to be doing a VGC battle. So this is going to be the last battle from the Sun series. I'm using the same team I used for the November International Challenge. I really love that team, and here we have brought it back. So looking at my opponent's team, my opponent actually has some really scary Pokemon, of course Kyogre, but also this Mewtwo, which is a very interesting Pokemon. It's one that you don't see that often, so I'm glad to actually see this thing running around here. And my opponent also has Charjabug, which is a very, very cool addition to my opponent's team. If you don't know, Charjabug actually has an ability where it boosts the other Pokemon's special attack, so that being on a Mewtwo just is going to make it have insane special attack stat. And I'm going to lead off with Tapu Lele, but I'm going to go ahead and switch that out so I can have it later. I'm pretty sure my opponent might have brought the Toxicroak, so I'm going to go ahead and do that so I have something for the Toxicroak. I also have my Kartana here, and really not much happened. Kartana went for an attack onto the Mewtwo, but Mewtwo will protect that turn. I'm going to go back into Lele. I'm not wanting to take a Psychic or a special attack onto my Kartana, so that's why I sent it out here. The sad thing is the Psychic Train is going to help the Mewtwo out, but luckily we go ahead and just knock off that Mewtwo and take it down. And it did have the Life Orb, so that was just going to boost its power that much more. The good thing is, it actually went for an Aura Sphere on Tapu Lele, so it didn't really do much for my opponent there. But yeah, we have our Incineroar out and my Tapu Lele, and now my opponent sends out the Kyogre, and this thing's actually a pretty scary Pokemon. Most of them that I've seen are actually Scarfed, so if we can, you know, not get hit with a nasty Scarfed Water Spout, that would be nice. But my opponent does have the Scarf, and it will outspeed my Mons and destroy both Incineroar and Tapu Lele with a Water Spout. So unfortunately there's not much we could even do about that. Kyogre is just so powerful in the Sun series. It's actually very crazy how powerful it is. So I'm going to send out my Xerneas and my Kartana, my last two Pokemon, and I'm hoping that I can, you know, turn this game around. It's going to be really difficult with this Kyogre getting boosted by the Charjabug. So now my opponent takes this as an opportunity to switch into the Toxicroak, probably expecting me to go for like a Leaf Blade on that side. And with Xerneas, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the Geomancy. I'm seeing this is probably my best opportunity to do so, knowing that my opponent probably does have a Toxicroak there, and my opponent does bring the Toxicroak, so it's actually really good that I get that right there. I go for the Leaf Blade on the Kyogre just so I can, you know, take it out, but since my opponent brings in Toxicroak, it doesn't take very much from that. And now with the Charjabug, my opponent's going to go ahead and start slowing down my Mons with String Shot, so that's actually very unfortunate. That's the cool thing about Charjabug. It's a very interesting utility set. Here I'm going to protect my Xerneas. I don't want it to take a poison type move from the Toxicroak. And my opponent goes for a Fake Out, I guess forgetting the Psychic Terrain is still up. So that actually helps out a lot. However, I don't know where my opponent was going with that Fake Out. It might have been towards the Xerneas where it wouldn't have mattered anyway, but if it was towards the Kartana, my opponent's Toxicroak would be at a little bit more health. However, it's not going to take much from Leaf Blade, and we're just going to be slowed down another turn. Here my opponent goes for the Feint, probably expecting me to protect on the Kartana, seeing that I can switch out moves on Kartana, so I might have brought Protect, so that way he just goes for that expecting a Protect, but I don't have a reason to go for Protect. Of course, a Fighting type move would have done some decent damage, but luckily my opponent doesn't do that, and I'm able to take out that Toxicroak finally. And the unfortunate thing is, my last two Pokemon have been slowed down so much that they're not going to outspeed much at all. They're only outspeeding Charjabug because it has such dismal speed. But here the Kyogre comes back out, and it goes for the Water Spout. And the good thing about my Kartana is it has the Assault Vest. if you don't know, Assault Vest Kartana is actually very surprisingly good in VGC, especially against Kyogres running around. So with that Assault Vest, it's going to take that. Xerneas finishes off the Charjabug, and Kartana takes down its old rival Kyogre. So right there, we just see the staying power that Assault Vest Kartana has. It's actually very surprising how well it can take special hits, because it only has like 30 base stats in special defense. But if you put some investments in that and give it an Assault Vest, it can actually take a Water Spout in the rain from a Kyogre. So that's actually very awesome about the Kartana set that I usually use. But since this is the last Sun Series battle, before we go into the Moon Series, of course, Assault Vest Kartana might not be as useful there. So thank you all for watching. We'll see what Pokemon comes to the top in the Moon Series really soon. This is my last battle in the Sun Series. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I will see you in the next Pokemon video.